last week there was a video where you impromptu created a Purdue theme song, and it seemed like it really hit. Like it really went over a lot better than either of us thought. I've decided I need to tap into your theme song making abilities a little more. So from time to time, I'm gonna just kind of put you on the spot and be like, "What's this person or this thing's theme song?" With that said, it has become abundantly clear to me already that Kasparas Jakucionis deserves his own theme song. Could you please bring us into Kasparas?
I mean, you just spring this on me?
Yeah, but I figured you were special enough at this.
I I think you might have figured wrong. I am not special enough to just bust out a Kasparas Jakucionis song.
It is a Monday. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
maybe tomorrow.
I mean, I was kind of hoping it was just the same tune as the Purdue one, but
I couldn't even tell you what the tune for the Purdue one was.
okay, understood. Kasparas, Kasparas. That's kind of just like in and out, you know?
Good, good morning, like that tune,
Yeah,
like
it's
good
like good
morning,
morning, but Kasparas,
Kasparas, Kasparas.
Kasparas. Yeah.
It's fun to watch Kasparas,
Yeah,
Kasparas.
there we
Yeah,
go.
okay, that sounds
There we go.
that can work with that.
Kasparas was putting on a show. He was awesome at the this was some U18 event. He's playing with Lithuania. Excuse me, Lithuania right now. I didn't realize he was playing with Lithuania right now. I thought he was like in the gym in Champaign, but apparently man is worldwide. He's going back and forth, and he had a big game. Lithuania's U18 team played Spain. He had 22 points. And he picked up a lot of love from a lot of scouting folks, including Arman Jovic, PDT Scouting on Twitter, who I feel like I see him on pretty much every great international prospect. Anytime there's like a big game, I can count on Armand to give me the latest, greatest updates. But I retweeted this very quickly. A bunch of Illinois people tagged me in it because the film is stupid. The film is
The
stupid.
film is stupid. Also, you know what else is stupid? Whoever smoked that layup on that first pass by Kasparas. Dog. It was such a nasty behind the back in traffic, and he smoked a wide open lay. I'd be disgusting. Merez and Big T would never.
Never, no chance. Merez might, but nobody else would.
Now, Merez is
Uh,
dunking that. Stop it.
I hope so. So yeah, there's like 22-point games, and then there's like 22-point emphatic superstar games. That's what this one was. Just find the footage for real. Find the film of this. Every possible way that this kid could look like a stud offensively, he looked like a stud in this game. Like you saw passing chops. You referenced the behind the back pass. The first play of this whole footage was him absolutely dicing up a defender, going right to left cross into like a very fluid behind the back pass. With that said, it was one of the most unnecessary behind the back passes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And
I
it
love
did
this kid.
not lead to a layup because it caught everyone by surprise. But we're okay with that. We support that here. Step back shots. I mean, the shot looks very pretty. Scoring, like getting to the rim with these weird little like in between steps, footwork, floaters, physicality, size. He looks like an absolute phenom.
Yeah, the passing looks incredible. Like it's a very, very impressive 22-point game highlight film here. And it's like you said, it's a little bit of everything. Off the screens, step back, pick and roll, finding the guy, attacking the basket, like even had some back cut things in here, moving off the ball. You know, we talk about like how high we are in Kasparas and like Kasparas being like this first team all Big Ten player. Um the Rutgers freshmen are in trouble, right?
In what way?
Like this is the freshman of the year, the conference favorite right now.
No. I mean, right
It's
now it's not, despite our best efforts. So here's where I'm at on Kasparis, and maybe Illinois fans feel the same as us, but we're gonna do our best here, Illinois fans. You and I think, have to like bring a light to this man. That's where I'm at. And I very rarely come about players or things where I'm like, we need to do our job and make sure people realize something. The only time really in channel history I felt this way was Braden Smith last year. Like coming into the season when everybody was disrespecting him, I was like, we need to officially take a public stance that we're Braden Smith guys. I'm getting there with Kasparas, which I know is crazy because when he was a target for Illinois at first, we killed it and we said it wasn't a good move. Um, but I don't think nearly enough people know what he's going to be. Nearly enough people are talking about him. I think the three-man weave guys, not to throw straight at them, but I believe they're doing their top 100 players countdown. And based on a tweet I saw Coy had interacting with them, Kasparas isn't in it. Top 100 in the country. I was messaging with Dylan from Hoops a little bit over the weekend. And after we had put out our projected first round or projected first team All Big Ten guys, I mentioned like I didn't mention it. Kasparas was on both of ours. We had Braden Smith and Kasparas. Those were the only two consensus ones. And there were a lot of people, not just Dylan, but Dylan messaged me about it. I was like, what am I missing with Kasparas? Like, I think there are a lot of people that do not know what is coming from Kasparas Jakucionis. And I want to be on the right side of history. I want to go on record as much as we can. He's going to destroy families. He's going to destroy livelihood. Like, there are going to be mothers of children in the Big Ten this year that call their husbands and say, we need to get our son home after they play Kasparas Jakucionis. He's incredible, Cart. He's just an all-around monster.
Yeah, he's gonna be really, really good. And you know, what a full circle moment for us coming after, you know, our initial thoughts on Kasparas. But, you know, like we always say, we can have a change of heart once we start seeing some things. And I once again beg, and I mean beg, I beg the BYU team, the BYU social media team to get the, you know, get their fingers, get the dust off them. All right. We need Igor film immediately.
But that's the thing. This wasn't Illinois social media team. Like, Kasparas is so good, he's transcending whoever social media team is in the gym.
That's what but we need to control the social media team that we can control, and that's BYU's. And I need an Igor tape.
We need some narratives. You're right. Also, I do want to defend us for one final time. This is the last time before we are officially on the Kasparas bandwagon forever, and we never speak of this again. In our defense, the film we saw last time, like the first time, did not look like this, Cart. It just didn't. The film, when he was a target and not a commit for Illinois, the film that I watched looked nothing like this. So I don't know what's happened in the last year. He's incredible. The other thing I love about Kasparas is that no matter what setting I've seen him in, like if it's U18 against Spain or it's an Illinois practice or whatever FIBA event it is, anytime I have ever watched him play or watched highlights, he carries himself like he thinks he's the baddest motherfucker in the gym.
I was also going to say this. My one last takeaway from this video is that, like, Kasparas needs to be the guy, like, ball in his hands, do everything, high usage guy.
That is sort of my one question, I guess, is like, where does it end up at for Illinois? Because, like, look, he's a legit, what, 6'7"? Like, he's big. He looks big in this film. And, you know, he could be like your point forward, but I think he's a point guard. Truly, he's just a monster point guard. So, like, I don't know, man. Do you think he's gonna like guard threes in the Big Ten and just like do Damask like on ball stuff, or do you think he just becomes the point guard at some point?
I think it might. Oh, that's an interesting question because, like, what's best for Illinois?
Probably depends on how good Boswell is, right?
Yeah,
Because what I would say is if no matter how good Kasparas is, you almost just want him with the next four best players. Like, I don't think you worry about fit. And if
yeah,
Boswell's one of them, then you make it work.
right. I'd agree with that.
But Bos may not be one of them.
I think in a world, it's more so like Kasparas is the point guard, do everything.
Yeah. Bos can play off the ball too, though. Like
Yeah,
he's a good shooter.
he's a good enough of a shooter to be a knockdown off the ball guy. I just don't know if that really. I'm just guessing here. I'm completely guessing if those views really align with what he thought his time in Champaign was going to look like.
Yeah. With that said, though, like Boz watched Caleb Love shoot 20 times a game last year. If the ball's in Kasparas' hands and Kasparas is passing, Boswell still probably loves that, you know?
Yeah, true. That's true. He has a pass button.
Yeah, it's better. Enjoy this one, Illinois fans, because this has got to be really fun. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when, like, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.